If your long distance relationship has no intention to close the distance, then you are not building a relationship.
That's how you want to start?
Yes, this is how I want to start today.
With full of energy. I like that. I like that. Even if these people love each other, it doesn't count.
No, but you need to have visa plans. You have to communicate, like where, when you want to go. You need a plan, a whole plan of your life.
So you're saying that you need to have a plan that you're trying to close the distance in terms of, who's moving where, when, to what time do we have to get certain things arranged.
You need the same goal. Where do we want to go?
I think I agree with you on that. You have to have a direction, the direction you want to go, and all of that. I like that. You're so energetic. I like that.
But let's be honest. Long distance relationships, they don't fail because of the distance. They fail because people want to live their free life, their single life with the stamp of being in a relationship.
You think so?
Yes.
I can agree with you on that because we've had a lot of situations where, people are in a long distance relationship, but their emotions are all over the place. On the phone, they are doing this, they are doing that, they are doing that. So I think I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, and the fact is, love is not enough.
Love is not enough?
No.
You think to hold a long distance relationship?
No, love is not enough. You need more than that.
What do you need?
Communication, a plan, you need a vision, what both want, 200%, 250%, and of course, you need also commitment.
Someone has to say the hard truth, and she is hitting the nail right on top of it.
And first, you need to find out if you really want it, if both want it.
So direction is also very important. The direction where you both want to go, it's also very important.
Yeah, there are people who live apart from each other, long distance relationship, and they are completely fine with that. But for me, for understanding, where do you want to live when you are old? If you want to live with your partner when you are old, then there must be a plan one day that the distance closes. So that breaks really the romantic illusion. People think if the love is enough, if people love each other enough, long distance relationship will work out. It will not. That's a fact. Because you need a lot of things. Just by sending some sweet gifts and being on the phone 24/7 doesn't mean that it will work out. And you need also true talks.
She's on fire. Put her out.
Sorry.
She's on fire. I like that. I agree with you. Just because you love someone, you guys are crazy about each other doesn't mean that the long distance is definitely going to work. And like you said, you need to have a plan. You need to have a structure. To what time are we trying to close this distance? Are we even trying to close the distance? Or it's just, emotional touch-ups here and there. You're supporting my emotions and all of that. All of this is really not going to work.
Are we on the same page? Do we want to have the same goal? Do we have the same visions? Do we have the same values, of course?
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, the truth is hard. If you have to talk honestly with each other, then of course it will hurt. And of course you will have pain. Probably you will cry. But if you really have the goal to be together, then close the distance. Try it.
I think that is the whole purpose of long distance, trying to close the distance.
And you need patience.
Right.
Okay, but if love would be enough, then I think long distance relationship would have a higher success rate. That's also a fact. Huh?
Right, that is a fact. That's a huge fact, actually.
Some people say they are in a long-distance relationship, but honestly, they are just living a single life with a partner on their phone.
So basically, what you're saying is that a lot of people are emotionally single.
Emotionally single, yes. Like how their 24/7 day looks like, we don't know. It starts also with that, like for example, hiding things, not being honest in conversations. As I said, conversations can be really hard but you need also to grow together. That was my point, what I missed. Of course, a relationship can always grow. A relationship is not like, this is how we name it, and then at the end of the day, it will also stay like this. A relationship is always like movement, but if both are also moving forward, if both also work on that, if you don't work together on that, you will also not go the same way. Then you will go, one will go this way and the other will go that way. So it's also important from time to time to check up, okay, are we still on the same page? Do we still want to have the same thing, the same goal, the same life together? Things like that.
So basically communication.
Yeah, not only communication. Yes, love is important.
Communication of direction.
Okay, communication of the direction, that, and of course being honest. It's not only about communication. You can say a lot if the day is long. This is how we say it in German. But if you say big words, but at the end of the day, the behavior is not how you talk, how you communicate.
It doesn't match your words.
Yes, then you are start to hide some things, or you are not communicating honest. And if your partner, it doesn't matter where he is in the world, if your partner is really your partner, you will talk with him about everything.
Right.
Not just, oh, I did this and this and this and this. You are fine with that, or? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm following you. Yeah.
You will decide things together. Of course, there are things maybe what your partner on the other end of the world cannot decide with you, but at least you communicate, you talk about it. It's like you are in a relationship.
Basically, some people are in a long distance relationship and the man is not always available. Maybe he has to work and the woman needs to work. The timing is not the same. That is why some people feel lonely, and maybe they talk to other people, but they wouldn't let their other partner know. These are real problems that happen.
Yeah.
How do you handle loneliness?
But
in a long distance relationship,
a long distance relationship doesn't test love. It's not all about love. It tests how you handle loneliness. How you handle loneliness. Because yes, of course, in the evening you are lying there alone, maybe watching a film, and then plop, there comes a new number on your phone, new message on your phone, because we all have opportunities. Right. When you are also not in a long distance relationship, you have opportunities. The question is just, how do you handle it?
So basically it also tests your character, so to speak.
Exactly.
And integrity.
It's also a part of your character. Do you really want it 200%? 250%? Do you know what it brings with this whole situation, what it brings to you? Of course, you cannot know everything what will come, what you have to go through, but if you are 100% on the same page, you say, okay, I really want this person to be with me. There's nothing what can fail if you are both committed into that. But love is not the solution. Small communication is also not the solution. It tests how you handle loneliness. For example, having birthdays apart. For example, seeing other couples who already live their life together. The hardest part is not missing the person. The hardest part is missing the life what you would have together. This can be a trigger point where you can end up writing with somebody else or losing your 100% commitment inside of the relationship, because you can, of course, have it easily maybe with someone else closer.
This is hard. What do you guys think? You can write your experiences or whatever, your thoughts in the comment section. We would love to hear it. And if we have to make another video regarding your comments, we will definitely do that. But engage with us. Let me take this one from our own personal perspectives. For us, coming from different cultures, different family, different backgrounds, different languages, it already makes things a little bit difficult. This can also be, in quotes, mentioned as distance, so to speak, because we have different cultures.
If you really want to make your long distance relationship work out, you cannot only rely on feelings. Of course, it is much harder. We understand that. But you need discipline, 100% commitment, you need honesty, you need communication, and of course,
A
you
real
need
plan.
a real plan.
Right.
And love. And love, of course. I don't want to deny the love. Love is important, but not everything.
Love is just a tiny drop of it. Like, it's important, yes, but what is love if it's the wrong person? What is love if it's the wrong situation? What role do you think love would play if it's the wrong direction, wrong plan? The person is not willing to adjust, is not willing to say, okay, let's move in 6 months, we move in, or in 6 months, you switch jobs to move over here. So you see that love doesn't play a huge role if you're not on the same page with someone.
Love is the reason why you are together. But now, next step is communication. What kind of plan we have? You need a structure. Where do you want to go?
If you want to go where the other person is going, if the other person is willing to go where you're going.
As I said, there are relationships, they don't want to live together, and that's also completely fine. They are fine with long distance, having each other on the phone, and that's okay.
Yeah, side relationships. Okay.
That's
I call them side relationships. I'm sorry. I mean, if you are in a long distance relationship with someone and you genuinely want to be with someone, I think you definitely try to find a way to close this distance so you can build a second family with a lot of branches and kids and all of that. So if you are fine with being somewhere and I wouldn't be fine with her being somewhere and I'm somewhere. No. This is why every time we travel, we go together.
Okay, but because we have also the same vision in our life. But there are people, maybe they don't want to have children, or they just like their life how it is. They are also free spirits, and then that's completely
it's okay. That's why it's a side relationship. I'm sorry, I call it a side relationship. You had a lot to say. I'll have to close the line. Long distance do not work because two people love each other. No, far from that. It works because two people decided to act like partners even when nobody's watching. This is why your long distance relationship will work. Be partners even when nobody's watching, and be sincere that if you're not leading with integrity, that will build your character. Or you think, my partner is not here, I need to. It's difficult, but you should have a plan and you should have integrity. Don't do what you wouldn't want your partner to do if you really love them. Long distance really work when two people act like partners, even if nobody's watching. Write us in the comment what you guys want to hear. Share it, like it for the next videos, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you do not miss our next video.
Let us know what you think in the comments section.
You have a good day.